Alright, welcome to another NovNov technical project video. Today we're going to do a bit of a lot of stuff. So, using our same NovNov28, I am going to pull down a new repository from GitHub. This is a Samba demo. Once again, this is going to use dockerfile to build what we need, just getting some more practice in that. So once you have that pulled down, go ahead and cd into that demo Samba. You can look at the dockerfile, you can look at the Docker Compose to get more information. For example, this is going to have the password in plain text, so not very secure, but again, this is just a demo. And we're going to show off kind of like the danger of shared passwords. But let's go ahead and get into that. I'm going to docker compose up -d. I still need to get back to that version thing. But it is now starting out. This is going to use Rocky Linux, Samba, and some other utilities to create a share. And then once that is up and running, we're going to switch over to our Kali Linux virtual machine. Definitely not Kali Linux, I mean. And from there, we are going to use impacket to connect to that. Actually, I might not use impacket. I might just use SMBclient directly because it's not that hard. Impacket does have a lot of cool scripts and utilities built into it, but it's also worth just knowing how to do the real thing. So there's docker ps after that works, so we now see I have... I'm great at naming things. I've got my demo Samba, and in here is that password, if you guys didn't catch that when I used it earlier. Anyway, so now I am going to bring back up my Kali Linux. I am going to right Control F for full screen takeover, and I am going to just really quickly try and ping that droplet to make sure that it is still talkable. Talkable? Pingable? Pongable? It ponged. We pinged it and it ponged back. So now I am going to do SMBclient. Have I already done an SMBclient on this one? Anyway, SMBclient space hyphen L for list, and then our IP address. Let's see if we get anything back. It's asking for our password. I don't have an account on there though. That doesn't matter. I just hit enter. I wasn't able to authenticate, but I do know that there is this demo share on the disk. Right, so I have something there that I was able to SMBclient to list out those shares. And essentially, if we were going to go ahead and do impacket, I already used impacket as well. Wow. I'm just redoing stuff. Hopefully I didn't do that in a previous video and I just forgot. But there is the syntax to use the impacket SMBclient. It's impacket-smbclient space demo at IP address. Go ahead and hit enter, and then put in your, well, my password that I put in the demo. And we're going to have an SMB connection now. So we can do help to see all of the commands. We can do, where is it? Shares, but we already know the share name, so we just need to use that. Use demo share. And now I can ls to see what's in there, and I've got this demo.txt. So let's go ahead and get it. Get demo.txt. Probably worked. Let's go ahead and exit. ls. Got a bunch of other stuff in here still, but if I cat that demo.txt, hey, this is a demo file inside the Samba share. I might update that to make it a little bit more fun, but that is how you can use a couple of tools, right? So on our Kali VM, all we really did was SMBclient to list and impackets SMBclient to connect. We could have just used SMBclient for that if I'm being honest, but impacket's cool. And then we did use the share name that we had already found. If we didn't find that and we had access, we could have used shares to see what is there. And then we used get to get that file. We could have also done some more on there, but I decided to exit it out at that point. And now we have that file locally. Remember, this is running as a container on your NovNov3, so you will want to take that down, never leave up a vulnerable share. So let's go ahead and right Control F to minimize that host. Come back here, and I'll do docker compose down to go ahead and stop that Samba demo Samba. Sometimes when I name things, I don't think about how insane it's going to sound when I have to say it out loud during the recording. But that is all we've got there. Docker PS to make sure everything's cleaned up. And I'll go ahead and cd space ..ls. So we have demo Samba and we have PHP board. The hypothetical in this is if someone used the same password for PHP board that they did for their file share or Samba, the PHP board's passwords were exposed in that DB SQLite that we looked at in a previous video, so that could allow a little bit of shifting over to another service with some credential stuffing, a hacker's favorite Thanksgiving side. Anyway, that's all we got for today. See you guys again later.